most of Anthony Joshua's fans are casual boxing fans. They're not hardcores like we are. And that's okay. I don't disrespect the casual fans because casual fans are the ones who make fighters rich, not the hardcore fans like us, because we're a small minority. It's the casual fans that put fighters in mansions and have them driving Lamborghinis, as they should be. But the casual fans don't know Andy Ruiz, and they're taking Andy Ruiz at face value. They're seeing some fat guy who looks like he was just dragged out of a pub, and they're saying, I don't want to pay $19.99 for this on Sky Box Office. I want to see AJ fight somebody credible, not a pudding. Well, looks can be deceiving, and they certainly are in this instance. You're wondering who the hell Andy Ruiz is? I'll tell you who he is. Andy Ruiz was a pretty decent amateur. He fought some big names in the amateurs. As a heavyweight, he's 32-1, 21 KOs. He's a former world title challenger. He fought Joseph Parker for the vacant WBO world heavyweight title a couple years ago and ran Parker very close. A lot of people felt that Andy Ruiz actually won. Ruiz himself feels that he beat Joseph Parker. In fact, there was a top politician in New Zealand who came out and said that Parker didn't really win this title. Andy Ruiz should be the one taking the belt home. So plenty of people felt like Ruiz actually beat Parker. So in the eyes of some, Ruiz is actually the WBO heavyweight world champion now. I personally felt like Ruiz lost the Parker fight, I'm going to be honest. But either way, it was close enough for a lot of people to feel like Ruiz got it. Ruiz, even though he looks like a blob, actually has extremely fast hands. Maybe the fastest hands in the heavyweight division. A good combination puncher and a good counter puncher on the front foot. He's a guy who walks up to you, slips shots, and then counters with very fast combinations. And you have to be careful of that because at whatever Andy Ruiz is weighing at the moment, what was he in his last fight? 262. When he's letting his hands go, you don't want to be sticking your chin on the end of one of his hooks because it's going to hurt. Alexander Dimitrenko found out the hard way in Ruiz's last fight, which was just recently. He fought on the 20th of April. So Ruiz is going to be match fit. I know he don't look match fit, but this is a guy who's been the distance multiple times in his career. Went 10 rounds here, 12 rounds here, 10 rounds here, 8 rounds, 10 rounds. So Ruiz can go the distance. There's no issue with his stamina. His work rate isn't always the highest because he favors quality over quantity. He likes to hit you with clean shots rather than just wear you down in an attritional fashion the way that Jarrell Miller would, for example. Ruiz is somebody who, is more about landing clean and precise rather than just hitting you wherever he can hit you. Ruiz also appears to have a good chin. He hasn't been in there with anyone who can hit as hard as AJ yet, but he hasn't shown any vulnerability as far as punch resistance so far in his career. Parker couldn't hurt him. Nobody else that I've seen him in with, Joe Hanks, Tor Hamer, none of these guys could hurt him, and they did hit him with some good shots. So he appears to have a good chin. His defense is not great. His foot speed is not great. And that's where AJ is going to have his advantage. That's why AJ, or one of the reasons why AJ is going to be a favorite in the fight. Ruiz is going to give it his all. He hasn't come to lay down. Anybody looking at Ruiz's physique and thinking this guy is just going to come for the payday, take a couple shots and lay down, you couldn't be more wrong. Ruiz is a very proud man, like so many Mexican fighters are. Very proud. He is coming to try and win. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for him. I'm sure he's going to be getting paid the highest purse of his whole career. He's going to be extremely motivated to become Mexico's first ever world heavyweight champion. Okay? This guy is going to give it his all. And while he's on his feet, while he's still standing, you're going to have to go some to keep him off. So I think that AJ will have his hands full, particularly in the early rounds against Andy Ruiz. In fact, throughout the fight, Ruiz has shown that he has power even late. and that he's sharp even late because he preserves his energy quite well. And as I say, he favors quality over quantity. But AJ is going to need to establish his jab. He's going to need to get Andy Ruiz's respect with his punching power. If he can't, it's going to be very interesting. Yeah? Ruiz, as I say, loves to exchange. He reads fighters very well. He sees the subtle little tells that you're going to throw a punch, and then he tries to beat you to the punch, or when you do throw, he'll slip it and then counter with them fast combinations. You need to be careful of that. Keep him at a distance for as long as you can would be my advice to any taller fighter facing Andy Ruiz. And obviously for Andy Ruiz, it's the opposite. Get close, draw the taller fighter into exchanges if you can. Even goad him and showboat if that's what it takes to get him into exchanges. So Andy Ruiz can fight. Again, he's not the first choice opponent for AJ. For most of us on June 1, we all would have preferred to see AJ fight Luis Ortiz. But Ortiz's team were not serious. So that fight didn't happen, unfortunately. We have Andy Ruiz. The guy can fight. He does have skills. Is easy to hit. Is overweight. Does have slow feet. But hey, everybody's got weaknesses. But do not let the looks deceive you with Andy Ruiz. This is a good late replacement opponent. He's a top 10 heavyweight. He can fight. He does have skills. Check him out on YouTube or Dailymotion for yourselves. Have a look at a few of his fights. Don't look at his belly jiggling around. Look at what his fists are doing. And then you'll realize this guy actually is pretty decent. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that this is as good a fight as Luis Ortiz would have been. No, it's not. But that's not AJ's fault. That's Ortiz's fault. That's his team's fault for messing that situation up. Decided to go in a different direction or just maybe not wanting that smoke. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Andy Ruiz, the fighter. Does he have a chance here against AJ? Is he as skilled as I'm saying he is? As a front foot counterpuncher? You know, I'm not saying Andy Ruiz is a good slick boxer on the back foot. You know, with a shoulder roll and a pull counter and all that kind of stuff, a check hook. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying as a front foot counterpuncher, he's skilled. Yeah? He's very sharp. He will literally attack in a split second if he sees you make a slight mistake when he's coming at you. He'll keep that high guard up, keep that high guard up. You've made a slight mistake. He sees an opening, bam, he's on you. 5-punch combination. In the blink of an eye, his hands are that quick, much faster than AJ's hands, trust me. And a whole lot of the casuals will struggle to believe that Andy Ruiz has got faster hands than AJ, but trust me, he does. Not just a little bit faster, way faster than AJ's hands. And you'll see that in the fight. And he's dangerous. So, yeah, let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below. It's happening, I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.